everyone, it's Monday, November 10th, and we've got all the updates you need for the news from this week.
So save your progress.
Because Checkpoint starts now.
A prank call had police officers surround a Bungie executive's home late last week. The caller said that the Bungie employee had an assault rifle and had lined the yard with explosives while holding a family hostage and was requesting $20,000 for their release. It took nearly an hour for cops to confirm that the call was fake. Detectives discovered later that the call actually came from a computer. Authorities are taking the matter quite seriously, and if the person responsible for this is caught, they will face up to a year in jail and a $5,000 fine.
After the cancellation of Blizzard's Project Titan, many have wondered where the company is going next. BlizzCon started this Friday, and the first order of business was unveiling their new project, Overwatch. Overwatch is a new team-based shooter set in a highly fictionalized version of Future Earth, according to Chris Metzen, who works in VP Story and Franchise Development. The game is set 60 years in the future, where robots have gone crazy and attacked cities all over Earth. Nations sent their best soldiers, scientists, adventurers, and oddities towards the problem, creating the Overwatch Strike Team. The team has declined 5 years before the start of the game, as darkness begins to spread again. The game will feature 6v6 matches and, like Heroes of the Storm, will be objective-driven. Characters are class-based and use various weapons and powers such as grappling hooks, flying, and teleportation.
A Destiny player who's been going through numerous brain surgeries got a yet-to-be-released weapon from Bungie. The player's wife posted on the Reddit Destiny page about how her husband has gone through multiple neurological surgeries, forcing him to stop pursuing an education in video game programming. His doctors recommend that he continue playing games like Destiny as a form of physical therapy. His wife was contacted by the Bungie community manager, and he told her to have him check in the game as Tess or Postmaster. He received a solar primary scout rifle as a gift. It is expected to be included in a future update.
The distribution for the Eon Ticket in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire has changed. The ticket, which will unlock an island where the players find either a Latias or Latios in the game, will now be available through Street Pass. In Japan, players can get the ticket through the magazine Koro Koro. A lucky few will start with the Eon Ticket. Others will earn it in the Pokemon League, but most will have to have Street Pass enabled in hopes of passing by someone with an Eon Ticket, which will transfer it to others without it. Catching either Latias or Latios is important because without their Mega Evolutions, players will not be able to catch legendaries such as Ho-Oh, Lugia, Dialga, Palkia, Reshiram, or Zekrom.
A low-resolution video of Halo 5's multiplayer appeared on the internet during the weekend. It showed only a few seconds of gameplay but sparked plenty of discussion. The player in the video was able to aim down the sight of the gun, something that has never been a feature in the Halo series before. 343 Industries developer Josh Holmes tweeted about how the game has no penalty to hipfire, no movement penalty, and no flinching. Fans will be able to learn more about Halo 5 when Halo Fest streams tonight online.
Blizzard has announced the final expansion of the Starcraft II trilogy. Titled Legacy of the Void, it will explore Protoss Artanis' struggle. Amon returns, hell-bent on setting the galaxy ablaze. He corrupts the Protoss, more importantly the Akala and their light, which means the Protoss have to sever their nerve cords. Artanis has to try and rebuild the Protoss and fight back against Amon. While the story mode is fun to play solo, the multiplayer game is where money is made, and there seems to be a lot of changes facing all races. Terran has introduced the Herc, which will allow Terran to grapple to opponents. The battle cruiser will allow tactical jumps across the map, even without vision. Zerg has added a Ravager, which is the Murph version of a Roach. It has corrosive bile and can launch an attack to both air and ground units, which is great at tearing down force fields. They have improved the Lurker by allowing it to have siege range, which can outrange the siege defenses in the game. Protoss has added a Disruptor, whose Purification Nova can deal a massive burst of AoE damage if an opponent does not counter micro. The staff wish to convey that while there are many ideas floating around the games, it's still in an early stage and is liable to change. That
wraps up our show for tonight. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and at bytebsu.blogspot.com.
And remember, if you miss something, you always have a checkpoint.